I'm Dr. Patricia Dickinson, and welcome to TED680, Developing as a Professional. In this short screencast, we'll be reviewing some of the course expectations, going over our online course shell to get you familiar with each of the parts of our online course, and also reviewing our first unit expectations. So when you log onto the course, it's really important that you go through each of the navigation links here. This will give you a greater understanding of our course, our expectations. On the home page here, you'll see some of the announcement that I post related to our course. So you should be able to just click on the blue tab, and it will open the message for you. So all of these links here will allow you to take you to another page in our course. So again, this is a course for the Clear Credential, and our outcomes for the course is to really reflect on the teaching practice and to plan professional growth and development activities for the Clear Credential. We'll also be reviewing and addressing some of the CSTPs, which is the California standards for the teaching profession. Some specific program learning outcomes in terms of the Clear Credential. How are we going to utilize content standards, frameworks, and instructional materials to plan and deliver appropriate instruction for all students? Alright, so make sure that you're reviewing the information here, some very valuable resources. Please make sure that if you are a student with disabilities and you're seeking special accommodations, submit an application with support documentation as explained on the subject heading in the general catalog. Instructors are required to provide such accommodation if they receive written notification from the university. Writing is a very important part of our course, especially in an online course, so make sure that you are using the tools available here from National University. So you can click on this link here and we'll provide some additional information about APA, MLA, and other citation styles that you'll need in terms of submitting term papers. You can also access the NU library for print materials, online journals, and scholarly books. Here's some contact information for the library. Just a reminder that, again, plagiarism is not tolerated in the course. You must ensure that you give any credit to the specific source. Again, a link in terms of websites that provide information concerning plagiarism. Ethics are also strongly upheld in the classroom. So in terms of our online discussion boards and our class live meetings, please make sure that you're at all times using ethical behavior. And again, since this is an online course, you need to make sure that your computer is ready. You need to make sure that you have the tools available to work in an online learning environment. Alright, so let's get more into our course information. You should review here. What is our course about? What are we here to do? And how can we work together? This is the first course for the Clear Credential program. So really, our course here is to kind of give you an overview of setting professional goals, looking at the teaching professional standards, and making an action plan that we will work with throughout the course to develop as a professional. Okay, so our course outline. Here's my contact information and email. You can reach me on my office phone Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5. Our required textbooks, again, The Courage to Teach, Exploring the Inner Landscape. This is available through this link here at NU Text. You can also buy some other versions, some used versions of The Courage to Teach are available. Please make sure that you have this as soon as possible, as our lectures and class live meetings will be strongly correlated to our course readings. Alright, so just brief overview of the course goals and how they're related to our readings and assignments.
It's 10 o'clock.
Then our grading scale for each of the assignments. If you have questions, you should always look at the grading scale to see how you're evaluated. Some grading factors is, we'll be looking specifically at papers and assignments that are due, as well as discussion boards. Again, if for any reason you need to withdraw, please make sure that you notify me, as well as your academic advisor. Okay, so our calendar has been updated. So each of the assignment due dates are current. So our class begins on Monday. Our last day before we start a new unit is on a Sunday. So these dates here are reflective of this present course, so make sure that you're referring to this course calendar at all times. So your first discussion board is due on March 10th, and your second discussion board is due on March 17th, which is also a Sunday. Please have on your discussion board posts, you should have your original post and respond to at least 2 of your colleagues. You also need to turn in your first assignment by March 17th, which is a scan of beginning teachers class, school, district, and community. So in each of our meetings, we have 4 units, so we'll have 4 class meetings, and in our meetings, we'll review the course assignments and any questions as well as the readings. So it's really important that you attend all of our meetings. I will be sending out a survey this first week asking you what is the best day and time for you to meet in our class live meeting. Alright, so important to review here again the assignments and due dates. Again, this is a 2-month course. You can click on the assignment rubrics for rubrics related to each of the assignments. We also have a rubric for our discussion board. Some additional information about the Clear Credential Program. You can download this document here. If you have questions about this course specifically, or you want to give specific feedback, you should contact the course lead, which is Dr. Joe Birdsell, and here is her information. If you have questions about our class, assignments, grades, you can enter them in the virtual office. This is for you. Again, everyone can see it here. So you'll want to click on the respond button here. You can add your subject in the subject line, and then your text in the text box. Then you'll just click on post response, and again you'll see your question appear in this discussion thread. So that's the virtual office. The student lounge is more for casual conversations that you might want to have with your peers. So if you have questions that you want everyone in the class to kind of discuss, you have questions perhaps related to your own classroom or management or things that are going on in your school district, you can then send them here. And this is a way for students to answer other students' questions. Alright, so that's the student lounge. If you have questions, if you've never taken an online course before, you want to review some of the expectations here on getting started with your first online class. Again, there's a link to the library for our resources and articles. And turnitin.com is also very helpful to submit all of your papers to check for plagiarism. So once you've reviewed this material here, you want to go to our first unit. So we have 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each unit will have your learning outcomes, readings, a lecture, AVK, which is videos related to the lecture, 2 discussion boards, and an assignment. Alright, so let's just take a look at Unit 1, which is titled Your Class, School, District, and Community. So the outcomes for our first unit is to reflect on the teaching practice and plan professional growth, as well as work with communities, families, and colleagues to improve professional practice. You want to have the Parma book. Here are the pages that you're expected to read within our first unit. Our lecture, you can click on here if you want to view the lecture within the web browser within the unit. You can also download the lecture if you're having problems with bandwidth or other issues. You want to download it, you can click on that here and it will download the PowerPoint presentation for you. Video related to our unit and our discussion board links. So you want to scroll down to the bottom here Here's the question that you need to address. Again, you'll click on respond with the plus button here. It will pop up a window and you can type in your response. Make sure you're reading these questions very carefully. Some of the discussion boards ask you to specifically address parts of our reading. So in the second discussion board, you should have read Palmer and be ready to respond to some of the content there. And then our first Unit 1 assignment. So the assignment is worth 9 points. We'll go over this a little bit more in detail in our first live meeting. But if you want to get a jump start on any of the assignments, then you want to go to the Doc Sharing tab for specific examples and more information about the assignment. So click on Unit 1. You'll see a document for class, school, district, community scan. And then you can open that up. Okay, and there's also an article here on Brooks Allen, which is an update to the Commission on Teaching Credentialing regarding the Williams case. So each of these files are, again, related to the units. There's some general course information here on the General Course Information tab, how the assignments are aligned with the TPEs, which is Teacher Performance Expectations, some more specific information on the California Standards of Teaching Profession, the alignment to the teacher preparation, and instructions for creating a clear credential portfolio. And at the end of the course, you'll be required to create a reflection. This is for each course, so this is a document that you'll want to save and keep in a folder to have throughout your Clear Credential program. All right, so the grade book will show you all of your grades, so you want to look at this tab here. At the end of the week, I will need about a week to go over all of your materials, and then you should have your grades posted. If you want to contact me, click on the email button. The Dropbox button, again, this is where you will submit your assignments. And we'll also have a bibliography which will include. You can add entries. These are bibliography or websites that are related to course content. All right, so hopefully you have a better understanding of our course shell. And in the course home, you'll see a welcome from me. Again, you'll want to just read each of the assignments, each of the announcements. I'll post a new announcement each week. I strongly encourage you as part of your professional growth to be part of the ASCD NU student chapter. ASCD is the Association of Supervision and Curriculum Development, one of the greatest and biggest teaching professional organizations nationwide. So if you're close to the San Jose area, you'll also want to check out our calendar events tab here. We have several upcoming events at the San Jose campus, which is where I'm located. You're welcome to sign up. Our first event is on March 9th. This is a free event. Also information on how to join the National University Student Chapter. The registration link, show you what each of the steps are to join. You can join for $25 a year, which is a great price. And you can find out more about ASCD, these links. I also have my website here and my blog, which I encourage you to join. Well, I look forward to getting to know each of you in our course. And again, welcome to TED 680, Developing as a Professional.